is going on? What is going on? Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're going to make sure and do a little sound check. We got a different microphone today, so we're going to make sure that you can hear me. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me, because right now I can't hear myself because I didn't plug in my headphones. Now, before I talk anymore, I need to make sure that you guys can hear me. 2, 2, 2. There we go, there we go, there we go. So let me know if the volume's good. It seems a little hot to me right now, but let me know if the volume's good. We'll adjust on the fly as we go. And hopefully you guys can all hear me. I need to switch over to something else here because this has been quite a morning. I'm not going to say it's your fault that you were early to the event, or that it's my fault that I overslept, but it's definitely not my fault. I think it's a combination of, we both have to accept responsibility in this. It's real easy for me to just assume all the responsibility, but we're a team here. And the team has to, we need to move all the drama away from everything. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us. So we just need to move on. We just need to move forward from what we're talking about, what we were doing before. That's how we're going to have to do it. I'm a mature, responsible adult, and I think you need to be mature also. So let me make sure the volumes are good. Okay, we are all good here. Now, funny thing is I didn't technically oversleep. I woke up. First off, I went to bed relatively early. I went to bed at about 12 o'clock. However, I needed to finish the 3rd episode of The Boys. That's on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen that show, you got to watch it. If you're a superhero fan and need something different, that show will just change your whole perception of what superheroes are. So I've been watching The Boys. They only came out with 3 episodes, though, and that was a little weird to me. Usually, when a show comes out, they binge it. You binge it. All 10 episodes come out at the same time, and you watch them all. Although I've never been a big binger. That's not really my thing. I will always kind of space them out, but I am not a fan of the 1 episode per week old school way. That's just silly to me. So they released 3 episodes. Not 1, not 9, 3. And that was very, very weird to me. So it is, but I understand why. So if you haven't watched The Boys, for this particular season, it takes 3 episodes just for you to say, okay, it's going to be good, because there's so much history in the previous season that if you were just to walk in and act like, oh, I heard the show was pretty good, let me watch it, you'd have no idea what was going on. So it took 3 episodes just to get you to a point where you're like, this is a good show. So I watched that at about 12 o'clock. I got in the bed because I just didn't want to be in the couch anymore. Got in the bed, and it didn't go well, I guess, because I watched the show. It's only 50 minutes. I was asleep by 1 o'clock. But the strange thing is at about 7 o'clock, I woke up because I had to go to the bathroom. No big deal. I sleep till 8. I have my alarm set for 8 o'clock. Go back to bed after that, and the alarm goes off like 12 times. And I just kept hitting the button. So, it is what it is. I'm up, kind of. I'm still working on it. My brain is not really working to its optimum capacity. I thought about hopping in the shower real quick, but then that would have taken even longer. So if I'm brain dead stupid today and the show sucks, when you really think about it, it's because we both had a part to play in this. It was us. We did it. So I'm going to keep tweaking some things as we go. So sit tight. Throwback Thursdays. Wake up in Cleveland. Monday through Friday. 9 a.m. Everybody in the chat, sound off for me. Let me know where you are, what you're doing this Throwback Thursday, this fine, fine morning. And let's get this going. All right, we got DJ DT Jams in the house. T Diesel in the house.
Now let's get right on down to the
T Diesel, always comedy. Always comedy. Kid Supreme, Alabama in the house. What is going on? Jazzy Lou, Connecticut. Hey, once again, thank you for coming over from Mixcloud. I appreciate that. You're going to have fun over here. It's a good time on Twitch. Rick Pruitt from OBX, huh? What's going on, man? Good old Louis Aranda in the house.
No, I can't have none of that. Tell him what to say, mate.
Architect in the house. T Lazy in the house. What's going on? DJ Epic. My man Ratbone in the house. What's going on, fam? Let's take it on back to the top. Jared Donner in the house. Red Brewer. DJ Ano. Mordecai in the house. DJ Whooping in the house. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. DJ Playboy. DJ Mal.
Now hopping in a barrel is a barrel of fun, but don't hop in if you wanna be down, son, cause down can mean down and out is an action. What does it lead to? People say, what have I done for all my years? My tears show my hard-earned work.
Just checking it out. Okay, there we go. That's probably a little better. DJ Orange Slice in the house. What's going on, fam? T Lazy, how's it going? DJ Epic from Long Beach. Loco Lopez in the house. I'm glad to be that guy for you, T Diesel. I'm glad to be that guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Beats in the house. What is going on, girl? Red Brewer, good to see you, pal. DJ Solo. Didn't I say that? DJ Jano? I said Jano. It's not, or is it Jano? Do I have to throw a little accent in there? Jano. You let me know. Ricky Ramos in the house. Ramos, not Ramos. You're not top ramen today. Ramos. Knights in the house. still say to this day, sitting down and DJing is hard. Your body is just not in the right position. But I'm not going to stand up in the morning show for, 2+ hours, considering, especially because I have to DJ today at about 3 o'clock. I'm DJing for my one of my close friends' birthday. They're doing a birthday fundraiser for hitting 30 years old, and it's a special occasion. So I'm going to be DJing from 3 to 5 on my Twitch channel. On my Twitch channel. For all those people that are on YouTubes and the Mixclouds. This one is going to be on my Twitch channel. So, not that I'm forcing anybody to get over here. That's not my thing. I'm not trying to make anybody do anything they don't want to do. But a lot of things that I do, DJ related, so musically, are on my Twitch channel. The reason being, after I'm done with my Twitch channel, I don't get 500 emails from YouTube telling me there's a copyright notice. Not that I care about the copyright notice because it doesn't ban you or anything, but it's just filling up my phone with unnecessary things. Facebook is the same way. I don't get that with Twitch. So I do most of my things on Twitch when it comes to DJing, live DJing musically. Everything else goes on the YouTube. Mixcloud gets it too. And I don't know if Mixcloud is up here, but I'll have to pull up the Mixcloud feed so I can see what's going on there too. What do we got here? Brittany, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Authentic. Appreciate you, dog. Now, hold on. Now, first off, I don't want anybody to get any weird notions. When I DJ, I stand up. I'm not a sitting DJ. The only time I sit down is if I'm trying to do something like, maybe I'm doing like a R&B slow jam thing, and I'm really just trying to connect with the people. I'm going to sit on a chair. Or, for instance, like this, where I need to have access to multiple computers and read things, I'm going to sit in a chair. But if I'm DJing, I'm standing up. That's what you do as a DJ. You stand up. And if you are DJing at an event, at a nightclub, if I ever see you sitting down, I'm going to walk over to you and smile. What's going on, man? Give you a little pound. And then I'm going to kick that damn chair from underneath you. Because that's a no-no. We don't sit down and DJ in a live atmosphere. We don't. We don't do that. I don't care what you say. I don't care. You could be morbidly obese. And I'm going to tell you, you need to do something about that morbidly obeseness instead of the chair. Because as a DJ, we got to stand, man. You got to stand for something, right? And DJs have to stand for standing. 916 Jungle to the house. What's going on, fam? Mama Slim in the house. Yeah, you definitely won't catch me on Instagram unless I'm saying, hey guys, I'm DJing live, come to Twitch. Brittany, thank you for hanging out today. I don't know, my throat's feeling a little scratchy today. Hopefully. I don't know if you noticed, yesterday everybody was complaining that the microphone was just too low. So I attempted to have the audio feeding right through my Rain 70 mixer. It's not enough power. There's not enough power coming out of the preamps on the mixer. So I have it going into a mixer on the other side right now until I pick up a cloud lifter, and then we'll go from there. You know, I'm a man of efficiency, and I like having everything just kind of all in the same spot. And if I have to have more cords and more plugs, like I just got to a place where it was like, okay, everything's cleaned up. I'm happy. I can move on. I can finally start working correctly. And then this microphone happened. Changed my whole game. So now I have wires going out where I didn't have wires before. So I'm not really happy about that. But I think the mic sounds good. Let me know how I sound in this microphone. I think it sounds good. Based upon what I was hearing when I was talking to Woo Pig, I was like, hey man, you got a voice for radio. That's what I was thinking the whole time we were talking. I wasn't even listening to the conversation. I was just listening to the smoothness and sultriness of my voice. Hey, you got to take it where you can. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping.
I slept too long today.
There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. I'm lonely. Can't think it all. Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're my kind. I need you tonight.
I like that name, Jessica.
I'll sleep.
Jessica, are you there? You there? I like that one.
Something about you, girl, that makes me sweat.
DJ Epic in the house.
I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think it all.
This day, I vowed to be up on the comments. Yesterday, I think I was like 20 minutes behind.
Lonely.
That's not what I'm doing today.
Can't think it
Gotta move this shirt. I can have shirts bunched up, making me look all bloated. Come on, people, help me out.
So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. So slide over here and give me a moment. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know.
About what?
You wanna my kind.
Now, before I start this next song, I need to answer this question about the ATEM Mini or the ATEM Mini Pro and why. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. Now, basically, the ATEM Mini and the Pro are the exact same hardware. So you're getting all the four ins and outs. You're getting everything you need. Now, the difference between the Pro and the regular one is the Pro has the ability to record your stream. A lot of people aren't going to care about that, especially if they're just streaming. But for people like me who do video reviews and all those things and have overheads like the video I'm going to release today, hopefully, having the ability to record straight out of the box speeds up my time so much. There's one more thing it has. It does picture-in-picture, but it does not have the, you can't see it from here, but there is an entire screen dedicated to all of your feeds, like a TV station. So you're going to get all of your feeds available on a screen that you can kind of switch back and forth to. But the main difference is the fact that you can record straight out of the box. So for most people that are just streaming, you know, the ATEM Mini is probably going to be just enough because you're going to output that USB-C, right into your computer, into your OBS, and you're good. Like right now, I am routing out to Restream through the Restream Studio. So I have my USB-C going out to the computer. Restream pulls it up and says, select your video. I select the Blackmagic, select your audio. I select the Blackmagic. Done. No more pressure, no more stresses. It just works. Now, for people that don't understand why you would do this versus having a couple of capture cards, this replaces your capture cards. So everybody that's buying a capture card out there, each capture card you buy will cost you at least $130 per capture card. So if you only have one camera, okay, $130 is fine. But if you have multiple cameras, then that's going to add up really, really quickly. Now, I went out and I actually have 3 different capture cards that I bought over quarantine, and I didn't know. This was before I knew about the A10 Mini. So it has 4 capture cards in it. So just do the math real quick. $130, times 4. What are we talking about here? What, $520? And that's a lot of money that you can save. Now, that's one part of this. The secondary part is the amount of resources that a video card takes. Every time you plug in a video card in your computer, and let's say you don't have let's back up. Every time you plug in a video capture card into your computer and you don't have a quality enough video card to be able to render the videos, it's going to put an enormous stress on your CPU. So for every card that you pop on, you have to think that it's going to take up 30 to 40% of your CPU. Okay. Most of the capture cards don't have their own rendering. So it's just literally a pass-through. So the computer is going to handle all of those processes. So you start adding in 1, you start adding in 2 cards, 3 cards. Next thing you know, for a lot of people, they're already over the limit and their computer's crapping out, and people are wondering why, they can't run the stream. It's because there's 2 reasons why you can't run the stream anytime. It's taking up too much processing power, and your internet sucks. That's it. Those are the 2. If you can keep your processing power down and you can get a good enough consistent upload speed, you won't have any problems streaming. My son streams out of a MacBook Air and he's fine. Okay. So once you start doing the math and you start realizing that all of these things are being processed through the computer and it's just killing your OBS, the A10 Mini Pro has its own internal processing chips. So when you output this video to OBS, it's super low processing. So your computer doesn't have to do much work. It's basically pulling it in as a webcam. And, webcams don't take up any power. So you're already ahead of the curve by using the A10 Mini. Now, a couple of things you can't do. You can do picture-in-picture, like, say, for instance, right there. I got picture-in-picture in here. Okay, here's the thing. The picture-in-picture, you can physically place it anywhere you want. Okay, but it involves creating macros. So for a lot of people, that's a little annoying. But in OBS, you can really switch things around and move things around on the fly and have things here and there. And maybe this camera you want to have smaller in the box, and so you can have this one super small, and then your picture-in-picture or your secondary camera also there, and then have a whole bunch of background. Well, you can't do that with the A10. One camera is always going to be full screen. So you have to be more creative with how you do things. But as you can see here, I still have my border. I still have my overlay. Like, I can still make things do what I want them to do. As a matter of fact, here's, speaking of overlays, I can switch this to this one, and this is when I DJ. As you can see, I got my little gun thing. If you guys remember my old overlay, which I don't think is here anymore. There it is. Now, you remember where it said Isaiah, that was another camera. And then my main camera was full, so you could see my entire setup in the camera. So that made it super smooth. But because of the way that the A10 sets it up in full screen mode, this visual doesn't work anymore. So I had to modify it. And I really didn't like to modify it, but I had to modify it to make it work. So we opted for a larger screen. We moved out some of those things. I can still do picture-in-picture if I want to, but now I just end up going, to the secondary camera, which is not on right now because my secondary camera is out. Huh. Interesting. Everything's dying on me today. We'll talk about that in a minute. So basically, you have more resolution, more video resolution, so you look better. The processing is much less intense on your computer. You can remove kind of the stresses of having to deal with that, but you lose a little bit of flexibility. So that's just one of the things you have to work with it. I'd rather lose flexibility and it be clean and the visuals are good and everything looks good than, have a processor and have to run. I'm running 1080 right now. Actually, I think I might be running 720 because I'm bringing people on. But I normally run 1080 60. Oh, one other thing that this one does that the Mini does not. I can stream directly from the A10 Mini Pro. I can just click start streaming and I'm on there. I can stream through Restream and then send all the audio, video, send all the feeds out. And I don't even need to have my computer plugged in. So that's another thing that this does over the regular Mini. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled programming. If I can remember exactly what song I was playing. This is the one. I'm going to check out why my overhead's not working. Please hold. Oh, you guys are so funny. Look, if you're in a wheelchair, if you have one leg, I'm going to see that beforehand. I think I'm going to know the difference between you being in a wheelchair and you just being lazy on a chair. That's a huge difference. It's like if I see Professor Xavier, I'm not going to be like, yo, man, you a little too comfortable in that chair. Like, I'm going to recognize what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Aggie Grapes, welcome out. The rule doesn't change because you're on Twitch. If you're DJing, you should be standing up. I mean, for real though. You know, people are saying you lose your rhythm. I'm not gonna lose my rhythm, but I'm gonna tell you this: there's different mechanics when you're standing up, and you are being physical. People need to see you become physical. You need to express yourself physically while you're DJing, because that's just as important as playing good music. People are watching. You are a visual medium. So do something with that visual. You know what I'm saying? By the way, this is the only place, this radio talk show style thing, that I will break my own rules and end up playing whole songs. That's just what we do here now. We do. But when I DJ, no whole songs. No whole songs. If you got my emote, throw them in the chat. No whole songs emotes.
Show you showtime, all the boys and girls. Tell your brother, your sister, and your mama too, 'cause we're about to throw down, and you know just what to do. Wave your hands in the air like you don't care. Fly by the people as they stop to look and stare. Do your dance, do your dance, do your dance quick, mama. Come on, baby, tell me what's the word up. Everybody say, when you hear the call, you got to get it underway. Word up. It's the code word. No matter where you say it, you'll know that you'll be heard. Now all you suckers.
Whoop's microphone wasn't way better. Don't give that man any props. He just had a more powerful microphone. Pause. But now I'm ready for him. Bring him on anytime. Bring him on anytime.
We need to dance. We don't have the time for psychological romance. No romance, no romance, no romance for me. Mama, come on, baby, tell me what's the word up. Everybody say, when you hear the call, you got to get it underway.
Oh, T Diesel. This is a hard question. This is a really hard question. Did I regret buying? See, here's the thing. You probably know this about me. I would think that you would if you were actually following me on YouTube or anywhere. I am crazy when it comes to research. So I don't make a lot of bad purchases because I don't buy anything until I've researched the shit out of it. So I don't run into a lot of issues with products. I don't even know. I mean, I'll have to think about that one. And get back to you. Now, if we're talking overpriced, I'll have to go way back in the memory banks for that one. When I was growing up, I was a huge Depeche Mode fan. But I didn't realize I was a huge Depeche Mode fan until, like, late in the game. Everybody was listening to it. You know, you had your goth people and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't know. This sounds all corny to me. What's up with that dude's voice? And then one day, and I remember exactly what it was. I used to play football. So we were traveling to a game, and it was like, I don't know, an hour away from us. And one of my boys was like, hey man, you need to listen to this. So I grabbed the cassette tape Yes. I grew up in the era of cassette tapes. Grab a cassette tape, pop it in, and I start playing it. And at first I'm like, I don't know. It's okay. And then over time, you're just like, this is nice. What is this? And I don't know if it has it's got the alpha beta waves that are just like entering your brain and your mind, and it's just changing the way you look at things. And Depeche Mode had that for me. And there's actually a song, not this one, not All I Ever Wanted, which I do love, but there's one, I don't even know if I have it as a DJ, to be honest with you, because, if you're a DJ, there's certain songs you're not going to play, and I might only have it in streaming. So I'll have to pull that one up if I can find it. But yeah, Depeche Mode is one of my favorites. All right, people. I will keep saying this every day until people get it through their head. Facebook is a dying platform for DJs. It will be dead October 1st. And then you will not be able to use it without fear of repercussions. And when I say repercussions, I mean potentially getting completely banned off of Facebook. So if you're using Facebook, and even though they didn't say that's for IG, you can assume IG too. Just stop using it. Just stop using it. In all honesty, I've said this before. I'll say it again. You DJing for your friends does not matter. Your friends don't care about you and your DJing. Okay, they don't care about you and your little side hobby DJing where they got to listen to you play Sweet Home Alabama for the 56,000th time. They don't care. Okay? The people that do care are the people that are going to channels specifically for music, that want to experience music. So unless that is an issue for you, people actually enjoying your music instead of just turning you on and goes, oh shit, Johnny's on again. Let me just go say, hey Johnny, I'm here. Great stuff. Hey man, thank you so much. He's already gone. He's already left the stream. So you need to focus on the people that matter, the people that want to go. So that means streaming to Twitch. That even means in certain respects streaming to Mixcloud. Mixcloud is dedicated to music. So you should be playing to people that want to hear music. Or if you got some super dope setup and you want to show people all of your visuals and your green screens and all that stuff, then you can do that also. But know who your audience is. Grandma, as much as she loves you and your hobby, is not your audience. That's not going to get you anywhere. Nobody on Facebook's ever going to be like, hey man, I caught your stream yesterday. You're super dope. I want to sign you to my 40 Club roster. It's not going to happen. Okay? So, however, if you're on Twitch and you happen to be DJing, and I kid you not, because it's happened, Serato pops online, Beatstars pops online, Scam Artist pops online, happens to go to your stream, realizes you're dope, and is like, hey man, I want you to be down with us. Isn't that what we're trying to do anyway? Turn a hobby into a profession. So just, I know that was long-winded to say don't go on Facebook anymore, but I felt like I had to get deep into your soul for it to really resonate. You know what I'm saying? DJ Steele, ain't nobody want to hear about how well Neil Jackson's mic sounds, okay? We don't need to hear that. This is a Neil stream. This is CT's stream. You better recognize. But I'm going to say this about Neil Jackson. It's not it's not the microphone that makes him sound good. That man's voice sounds like Billy D. Williams. That is a smooth man right there. That voice is something that you take home to your mama. So that's why his voice is as good as it is. Nothing to do with the microphone.
In my arms, words are very unnecessary.
Yeah, I know what he uses. He uses the Samsung. He uses the Samsung mics. And I looked into them, but trust me when I tell you, once I tweak this one, it will sound just as good, if not better. DJ Chisel in the house. DJ music. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hope you liked it. Hope it was good. People don't know, a couple days ago, I did DJ on Pitbull's Globalization on Sirius XM. I did a half-hour mix for the Mickey D Show. It was actually, believe it or not, it was actually my first official radio mix. So because I don't have Sirius anymore because, well, I had to make some tough life choices when we hit quarantine. And my truck that I leased was like, hey, do you want to continue with Sirius? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to wait until after quarantine, especially considering I'm not really driving, so I don't really need to have Sirius. My wife, on the other hand, has Sirius in her car, and that one was a little harder for either one of us to swallow because she really does love Sirius. So I didn't have Sirius, so I haven't been able to listen to Pitbull's Globalization and hear other people's mixes. So I just kind of had to do what I thought made sense. And I think it worked. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I think it was a good mix. Coming from being the first one, I think it was good. Now that I know exactly what it is, now I can really start to experiment. But I wanted to play it safe on the first mix just to be on the safe side.
Very unnecessary. They can only do harm. All they ever wanted, all they ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do harm.
Sir Lancelot in the house, what's going on? Hey, Ruben, that really sucks. That really, really sucks, man. Diamond Lee in the house, what's going on? Okay, so Diamond Lee makes a point. He makes a point. When, and this is true, when we first started DJing and we didn't have a lot of options, yes, I was DJing both on YouTube and Facebook, and yes, the amount of people watching was huge at first. You know, it's funny. I think back to like March, like it was like 10 years ago, but it was only a few months ago. And I remember DJing and everybody was, there was like 200 people watching my stream, just friends and stuff like, oh, wow. Oh, this is so good for my soul. Thank you so much. We appreciate what you do. God, if it wasn't for the DJs, I don't know where we'd be in this quarantine. And then life moved on and they're like, you're a dime a dozen. You see, because that's what happens to DJs. You see, we're important when we are important. But when we're not important, nobody even hears us. You know, when a client needs entertainment, the DJ is very valuable. When you need to go to the club and get your groove on, the DJ is very valuable. Now, you see that same DJ at Starbucks, and you're like, hey, man, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a DJ. Oh, a DJ. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, we're important until we're not. They only see us when they want to see us. But then after that, it's like, oh, you're just a DJ. Guess you couldn't do anything with your life because you're just a DJ. They don't get it. They don't get it. And I don't care that they don't get it. I'm fine with that. And that's how Facebook was. Like, at first, it was like this novelty of, hey, wow, look. Well, he's a good DJ. Wow. And then they're like, oh, but he's a DJ. You know, how does he pay for his car and his house? Because he's a DJ. Does he still live with his mama? Because he's a DJ. You get what I'm saying? So there's a stigma that goes along with being a DJ. I'm okay with it. You know, I can't tell you how many times people are like, oh, you're a DJ. And I'm like, yeah, I do 400 events a year. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I do 400 events a year. How do you do that? Because I'm not just a DJ. I'm a DJ company. You know, there's a I shouldn't have to explain to you. You should just trust that, you know, just because you're a DJ, there are trash men that make more money than a lot of people that want to embarrass the world. Okay? Trash men make serious money. So people need to stop trying to categorize people and put people in boxes. All right.
Controversy. Do I believe in God? Do I believe in me? Some people wanna die.
I have not looked at my emails, Louis, from Face. I don't even want to see. Why are you LOLing me? I don't even know that I want to see it. I think I'm gonna have to pull it up now. How does YouTube respond? How does YouTube respond when I'm DJing? Well, after I DJ, I get a whole bunch of emails claiming copyright, which is to be expected. And then I go into my YouTube studio and I have 400 notifications about the music I've played. They don't do much.
Controversy. Controversy.
Okay, so C Diesel, yeah, that was probably the worst purchase. But even then, when it was a bad purchase, like I was still okay. I was angry, but like that wasn't the worst purchase. I honestly have to think about the worst purchase I've ever made. Honestly. And you know what's funny about that video, that Beats video? As far as videos go, that is still my top producing video. There's like 200K on that video. And I didn't make a dime on that video because I stupidly put a copywritten song in the video. So I haven't made a dime off of that video. And I'm okay with that. But to this day, I still get people commenting on that headphone video. To this day. That was super old. People still comment on it. So, hey, you know, sometimes you gotta take a little hit. I know I didn't make any money off of that, but I'm okay because it still keeps me in rotation.
Controversy. Controversy.
Hell yeah, I did. Who didn't have a big car stereo back in the day? Okay. It's funny. I think this show is going to end up turning into just straight talk. I'm just going to start playing non-copyright music, and then I'm just going to turn this thing into a podcast. Back when I was younger, I worked at this business, and they hired nothing but like young people. For whatever reason, it was nothing but young people. So it was already a dangerous environment. It was a call center. Everybody was young. And, but everybody was like at a point in their lives where they were making a little money, but, like maybe we rented a house together, that kind of thing. Like we shared the rent. So we had a little more money, and, all of us were all about kind of flexing our cars. And we had a couple of guys that like actually had money. And, there was this place, I live in California, and there was this place in Oxnard. What was it called? It was called, I think it was like Stereos to Go or something like that. It's actually still open in Oxnard. And one of my boys came back, and he was bumping. And we were like, where'd you get all this? You don't have money to afford all this? And he said, no, man, you don't understand. This store gives you credits, and you don't have to have any credits. And we were like, word? And we literally, all of us, and it was probably 20 deep, got into our cars and drove all the way to Oxnard. And we're like, where do we fill out an application? Every single one of us had stupid amounts of sound coming out of our cars. And some of us, like I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse, back in the day. And I actually still love that car. That was one of my favorite cars. And, but my boy Paris, he had like a Volkswagen Bug, and everybody just like, how much can I fit? How many speakers can I fit in this vehicle? Okay, put one more in after that. And that's where we were, bumping like crazy, all three. And we worked in Thousand Oaks, and it's all about having fun back then. But yes, I did definitely have a Sirius system. I didn't actually stop caring about how loud it was until I want to say like my mid 20s. You finally buy a nicer car. And keep in mind, back in the day, and I'm sure they still do this for super cheap cars, but back in the day, no, my credit is just fine. T Diesel. Back in the day, T Diesel's breaking my chain of thought. Okay, so back in the day, the cars all had like single and double den radios, and they were all just shitty radios. So it was really easy for you to just pull out the radio, pop a new one in, rewire it from the battery right to the back. Now you got subs. Now you're bumping. That was it. And then they got smart, and they started making designer cockpits, and everything was all together. And then they got smarter, because then you could still pull out the double den. You just have to cut around the dashboard and pull it out. But then they got super smart, and then they started making the features for the car have to go through that panel. So now your radio doesn't just do radio. Your radio does the air conditioning and, your caution lights and all these things. So you needed to have that radio in there. So people were pissed, and some people were still like, I don't care. Who needs air conditioning? Cut it through, run it. I need my beats. And then the car companies finally got smart and were like, we could probably just put in a better sound system and they'd be happy. And then after they did that, like, I've been good. I haven't needed to like throw in some 15s in my car anymore. All of them, like my truck has a small sub in the back, like just enough to like fill up the sound and be nice and warm. Yeah, it's not bumping my chest out of my heart out of my chest. It's not doing that anymore. But it's good, and that's all I care about now. I care about balanced sound. When you're bumping, 212s, 212 Serwin Vegas, or whatever in the back of your car, that's not balanced sound. It's amazing to feel. If you've never been in the back of a car with the subs pointed at the back of the seat and it's hitting you in the back, it's a whole different vibe. But I'm past that. I don't need that anymore. And now anytime I see somebody driving and they're bumping outside of their car, I'm just like, I guarantee you, not only are you an older guy, but you are an embarrassment to the world. So you can turn off Diddy and keep moving. And when I say Diddy, I'm not talking about Puff Daddy. I'm talking about the Diddy song. Yeah, how many times did you lose some screws in your car? How many times did things just rattle and you couldn't find out where it was? Like, that was all from the subs. I'm reading comments. That's why this song's playing through. Max MT, what's going on, fam? If YouTube is hating, head over to Twitch. That's all I'm saying. Look, this is how long this song is. This is how much I don't play whole songs. I have never heard this part of the song. I've never heard this part of the song. Charlie Ducker in the house. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Make sure you follow Charlie Ducker, super dope DJ. Follow him. Follow 916 Junglist, all super, super dope DJs. DJ Diamond Lee in the house, too. Follow him. Follow all the DJs in this house, man. Honestly. I love every one of them. They're all dope. You're getting ad breaks, Jazzy? I've never gotten an ad break on Twitch if I'm on the stream. Now, if I go off of the stream and try to come back, sometimes, yeah, I will get an ad break. But I haven't gotten any ad breaks. What's going on, Clark? Good to see you. DJ Epic in the house. DJ Stu, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for hanging out. Huh. Then you should do something about that, lady. Sean G in the house, what's going on? What's going on, Ralph? Good to see you. DJ Vert 1 in the house.
Then, when there's no more cars, you go out at night and eat up bars where the people meet. Face to face, dance cheek to cheek. One to one, man to man, dance toe to toe. Don't move too slow, cause the man from Mars is through with cars. He's eating bars, yeah, wall to wall. sure, be pure. Take a tour through the sword, don't strain the rain. Paint a train, you'll be singing in the rain. Said don't stop, do punk rock.
So as far as the video is concerned, I know people were like, well, you should just go back and cut them. The problem is where the songs are. They're kind of crucial parts of the videos. So I can't just cut them out, or else now when people go to it, they're going to be like, what the hell's wrong with this video? This is odd. The Party All the Time, to me, that was kind of a crucial point in the video. So I would rather not cut it. I mean, come on. Look, when it's all said and done, in all honesty, when it's all said and done, YouTube doesn't pay nearly as much as people expect. So even if I have, 20,000 views on a video, I need multiple 20,000 views in order to make some serious money. Like, I get decent money from YouTube, but the biggest money that I gotten recently has been from my OBS IG stream, the one that has like 200,000 views. That one made a good money. And that one happened, keep in mind, that one happened over like 2 months. So that one is what I would consider to be like a viral video. So I actually saw that money like immediately, as opposed to like, over 3 to 4 years, it gets 100,000 views. That you're not going to see nearly as much. It's going to contribute to your bottom line, but it's going to be smaller amounts. So you're not going to really know what's happening. So in my mind, I'm just like, I'm fine. I'll just let it go. Whatever. I might go in there and cut it now that it's so high. Or I think I'm going to do an update video on it and see what happens. We'll see. There are trigger points in this world. YouTube has trigger points. And if you do videos on specific things, you're guaranteed to have huge numbers, no matter how bad the video is. So I know that. Like, I know that anytime you post about Pioneer or Virtual DJ, you're going to get huge hits, because there is a team of people that want to make sure that you're not talking trash about their beloved products. And they will be there the moment that video is released. So I understand that, but I don't want to be just the Virtual DJ guy, or just the Pioneer guy, or just like, I have a bigger picture in mind. Okay. And YouTube is just one little piece of my very large puzzle. Rick Rack, what's going on?
That's right, please meet you. I still won't tell you my name. Don't you believe in mystery? Don't you want to play my game? I'm looking for a man to love me.
Oh yeah, I'm going to post this. I'm going to post the mix right after. It's all about time. I only have so much time in the day.
I'm living in a fantasy, my own little nasty world. Tonight, don't you want to come with me? Do you think I'm a nasty girl?
Okay, so I kid you not, this is going to end up just being a talk show, or at least Terry talks. If you got my emotes, throw them in the chat. Look, here's the thing about Sirius. Okay, a lot of people who use Sirius know this, but a lot of people don't. They'll go and they'll sign up, and it'll be like, get 3 months for $15 or whatever. And then they'll get, after the 3 months happens, then they'll get their actual bill. And next thing you know, they're like, Jesus, why is this thing $27? Or why is it $60 for 2 months? And they'll call back, and you'll be like, yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be this expensive. Do you have any more deals that I can get on? You're like, no, I'm sorry, sir. This is what we have. Thank you. We'll see you next month. And then after a couple of months, you're like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to cancel. So you cancel it, right? Then you get somebody that calls you back. Hey, man, I noticed that you're canceled. You don't want to stay around. What's going on? I'm like, look, it costs too much. Oh, I get it. Well, you know what? We can probably throw in another, month for, $8. What do you think about that? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna cancel. Okay. Sorry to see you go. You're without Sirius Radio for a couple of weeks. maybe a couple of months, all of a sudden, you start getting emails. You start getting letters. Hey, guess what? Come re-sign up, and you can get, 3 months for $18. You know what? I think I'm going to wait a little longer. Another month passes. Hey, sign up again. Now you get 5 months for $10. You know what? I think I'm going to wait. And then it's like, hey, sign up for the whole year for $60. And then you're like, that's the deal. And then you go and then you buy it then and you save some money. That is the only way that you can get that at a reasonable fee, because I like Sirius. I think Sirius has great products. I don't think it's worth $15 a month for a radio where I don't even spend the majority of my time. So they need to drop their prices in all truthfulness. And then they'll get more people. If Sirius were $5 a month, even $9.99 a month, even then that's a little expensive too. $5 a month, I think they'd have a lot more people on there willing to pay. Like, I'll pay $5 a month to know that I got Sirius Radio. I'm not paying $10, $15 a month. Sorry. Like, I'll pay for my wife because I like having peace in my house. But that's it. I'm like, when my Sirius runs out of my lease, I'm done. I'll just plug in. Look, you don't even need Sirius anymore. I mean, we got phones. We got CarPlay. We have Android Play. You don't need to have Sirius Radio. You can get all the music you need right from your phone. Just plug it in. So that's where I am with Sirius Radio. Is it good? Yes. Do I love a lot of stations on there? Yes. My favorite stations were the comedy stations. Love those. I would play those all day long. But you know what? I don't need it that bad.
Nasty world tonight. Did you wanna come with me? Do you think I'm a nasty girl? I guess I'm just used to sailors. I think they got water on the brain. I think they got more water upstairs than they got sugar on the candy cane. That's right, it's been a long time since I had a man that did it real good. If you ain't scared, take it out. I'll do it like a real live nasty girl should. Tonight, living in a fantasy, our own little nasty world. Tonight, did you wanna come with me? Do you think I'm a nasty girl?
All right, so I think people get confused because I've done this for the last 2 weeks, and I am getting emails from people saying, "How are you getting around the bots, and how are you dealing with the copyright issues, and how is that happening?" But the fact is, I'm not. Every time I end a stream, I get hundreds of emails from YouTube. The difference is YouTube just doesn't cancel you. They don't cancel you midstream, but they will let you know after the fact. So that's how I'm dealing with it. But that's why I'm saying, like, this show, if it does continue to grow and be successful or whatever, might just turn into a standard radio style podcast, and I won't be playing music that people know to avoid it. But that's how I'm getting around it. I'm not getting around it. I'm going to get hit after the fact. Now, if YouTube starts telling me that, if either one of them, if YouTube or Twitch starts telling me, hey, you can't play music anymore, then we'll figure it out from there. But every time a platform says you can't play music, I just pull them. I pull them. Facebook says it, I'm gone. IG cancels you, I'm gone. Right now, YouTube, Twitch, Mixcloud, Play DJ. Those are the options right now that are available to people. But the only ones where people are actually on people are on Mixcloud, but there's no advertising on Mixcloud. Although I am working on upgrading the website, and I think when I start streaming from there, it'll probably be the Mixcloud stream versus Twitch or anything else. Because after Twitch is done, they will mute out your audio too. So where YouTube, if you get a copyright, there are two different things that you have to deal with YouTube. If you get a copyright notice on YouTube, they'll say, A, you can't monetize this. Whatever. I don't care. I wasn't trying to monetize anyway. Okay. B, it's banned in specific countries. For whatever reason, it seems like Canada, I always get hit in Canada first for whatever reason. So on the replay, Canada won't be able to hear the replay. And then the third one is the whole entire show has been blocked. And that all has to do with the way the labels deal with it. So some labels are like, hey, we don't care if they play our music, just give us the money from it. Cool. The other ones are like, you know what? They can't play in this main country for whatever reason. The publishing has a problem with this country. Okay. Then there's the dickheads that are like, we don't want you playing any of our songs, so pull their entire video. Those are the dick moves, and there's nothing you can do about that. So after I'm done with a stream with YouTube, I don't do anything with it. I'm like, if it gets blocked, it gets blocked. A lot of times before this, when I was doing live DJing, I would just go in and delete it. I would delete it immediately because I didn't want to deal with the, hey, copyright notices. So it just depends on what you want to do. But I'm trying to build up this platform right now. So I am extending out farther than I might normally go. But, or I got to make a conscious choice. Or I just stop playing music on the stream, which is very, very possible. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let me know in the chat, honestly. TaylorMade in the house. What's going on, TaylorMade? Yeah, so for everybody that is making comments, yes, I know I'm behind in the chat. I can't I can't talk about something that's on there and then be ahead on the chat. It's impossible. Now, I know there's one thing. I'm getting my reminders. I got to turn off my bot because it's driving me nuts because every time the bot posts, it streams all the way down to the bottom. So, but I do like to keep it on. I got to figure out a better solution for that. But yes, because I'm long-winded, I will miss some chats and then I end up having to go back up to read the stream. So my apologies. I wish I were better, but I'm not. Yeah, if you've never watched American Psycho, you need to. Even though it can be a little gory, although by today's standards, I don't know that it's all that gory, but you should definitely watch American Psycho, specifically because a lot of people don't know this, but that movie was the reason that what's his face, can't remember his name right now, got Batman. He loved him so much in American Psycho, kind of playing the dual role of insane guy and kind of straight up, stand up businessman, that he wanted him in it. That was the reason. Now, here's the funny thing, Christian Bale. Now, here's the funny thing about it. There's a scene in American Psycho where all the guys are sitting in an office room, like a boardroom, and they're all pulling out their cards. And I can't explain or do justice to the actual scene, but it's one of the best scenes in the world. And You know, I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up on YouTube, and we're gonna play that in a minute once I pull it up.
You feel the power of love. Feel the power of love. Can you feel it?
Lady Beats, it's not spreading me too thin. That's not what I mean. I mean that being able to communicate with people and follow a chat because people have lots of questions. That's the issue. Live streaming, and maybe you're not talking to me, but maybe you're talking to the crowd. But live streaming to me definitely helps. Now, obviously, since I've been doing this video, this whole thing, I haven't been live DJing a lot. That's the one thing. I've kind of replaced live DJing with this one. So, but it's been good for me. Now, I am DJing in this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Don't ask me what I'm playing. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. It's Throwback Thursday, so I'll probably play a lot of old school stuff. Tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow's 9/11? Yes. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be DJing on Snapback Live. This is a full-on throwback DJ thing. I'm on for an hour at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's a dope Twitch feed. So make sure you follow that one. Support me on that one, especially tomorrow. I think what we're going to do is we're going to be on in the morning from 9 to 11, maybe a little later. And then I think we're going to raid Tweak Music Tips. And then I'm going to have them raid Snapback Live. And then we're going to have a party. We're going to have a party in there. So make sure you follow that. All right. That's weird. Okay. Let's take a look at these chats.
Live, baby, live. Now that the day is over.
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. To be fair, because that is my only record box hardware right now, I haven't even been using it because I haven't been doing any real mobile DJ gigs. In the last couple, I've had a partner, so we've used the SRT because he doesn't use record box. So I'll have to literally pull it out and just play on it for a while to give my opinions. I know I have to, but it hasn't necessarily been a priority right now.
Sleep, baby, sleep. Now that the night is over. And the sun comes like a god into our room. All perfect light.
OP Miller in the house. Thank you for hanging out.
Gotta hold on to you, sensation. Right now. It's gonna take you on new sensation. Dream, baby, dream of all that's come and going. And you will find out in the end there really is no difference. Cry, baby, cry when you got to get it out. I'll be your shoulder. You can tell me all. Don't keep it in you. Well, that's the reason why I'm here. Hey, are you ready for a new sensation? Right now.
Okay. Before we get too far off, I am going to show you this one clip. I got to show you this one clip because it is literally my favorite clip of this movie and a lot of other movies. I always refer to this movie every time somebody gives me a business card because it's hilarious. So hold on, let me show you this.
Is that a gram? New card. What do you think?
Whoa. Very nice. Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Braille.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this. That is really nice. Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
Jesus. That is really super. How'd a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
I can't believe that Bryce prefers Van Patten's card to mine.
But wait. You ain't seen nothing yet. Raised lettering. Pale nimbus. White.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
Something wrong? Patrick? You're sweating.
Hilarious. One of my favorite scenes.
American Psycho might have seemed like a straightforward film about a psycho.
It even has a watermark. Did I just see Tweak Music Tips hop in the building? What's going on, fam? Make sure you follow Tweak Music Tips. They are super dope stream. Get all your especially streaming related stuff, and just learn about the music industry, all from Tweak Music Tips. You know, if you're not listening to me, you should be listening to them. When you're not listening to me, you should be listening to them. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Oh, this is so factual. Hey, man, what'd you get? Oh, yo, man, I just got those new phases. Oh, man, I just got those new 12s. Oh, wait, look at the new mix. Like, yeah, that's us. Especially when we were talking about earlier on, we were talking about the radio setups in your cars. We all came back and were like, what'd you get? Oh, I got two 12s. Yo, man, I got 118. Oh, and it's just like nonstop. You can't get out of it. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. I'm good, Tweak. Just enjoying the day. Hey, I'll text you later, Tweak, because I need a favor from you. So I'll text you later. All right, so Red has a good question. Does the video module in Rekordbox work better than Serato? And I'm going to tell you this. So here's the thing about Serato and everything they do. Now, Serato does a lot of stuff well, and then they do a lot of stuff that's just okay. Like, they feel like they have to do it because if they don't, people are going to use that against them. Serato Video is one of those things. So when Serato Video first came out, it was... what was it? It was, what was it called? Scratch Video, I think. I think it was Scratch Video. I still have the actual registration card. So when that came out, it was competing with things like Mix Emergency, which is a very established video platform. So it came out and it was decent. It was good. Like, it was a good start. Fast forward where Serato DJ Live Pro comes in, and they don't really do anything to it. They just literally change the name to Serato Video. And up until this point, they haven't done anything really new to Serato Video except kind of optimize it a little more just to make sure that it doesn't crash your system, because it used to be super, super resource heavy, and you would just have problems if you were trying to do Serato Video together. It's better now, like even to this moment, I got Serato Video playing on the other screen. That's what I used for my, oh shit, I need to get off the camera really quick moments. So I use it on the daily. It's got some good features, but it's nowhere close to a Mix Emergency or the Virtual DJ Video or the Record Box Video. The Record Box Video is actually very good. Now, most people will say that it's good because they literally took like the best parts of Virtual DJ's video platform and then use it in Pioneer's. Record Box Pioneer has a real questionable tactic of copying people's best features and making them theirs. They're kind of like the Apple of the DJ world. But Serato Video will work. It does the job. There's no real issue with it. It's very slim in what it can do. That's it. Rekordbox is good, but I had many problems with Rekordbox too. Like a lot of the features that they were bragging about 2 years ago with NAMM, I was like, okay, that's dope. Like they were putting the names up. They had a dynamic word population on the song. Like it would download the lyrics and then throw the lyrics on the screen with the song, and you'd have all these cool visual effects. Super, super dope stuff. And I was like, oh, that's going to be amazing. And then I tried it. And then I was like, well, it's fine, but I'm, under this scenario, it's not downloading the things. And not only does it not download the lyrics, but it doesn't just, when it can't find them, it doesn't just ignore it and not post them on the screen. It posts like lyrics cannot be found, blah, 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 like all this stuff that's making you look all mediocre. I don't want that. If you can't find my lyrics, don't post anything. Just leave it blank. Maybe put it in Rekordbox in some sort of like highlighted form, but don't put it on the screen. If I have a video up there, just leave the video up there. So little things like that actually cause me to go, as good as it is, it needs work too. So it's, it depends on how you look at it. I'm probably just a hater though. That's just the way life works. Let's see, what should we play now? I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Where else would the phases go? On a little plastic one? Did you used to put the little cards in, the little disc cards, and play off your rate? I mean, what else am I supposed to use phase for? What's going on, Eris? Good to see you. Malone Official, what's happening? Thank you for hanging out today. DJ Spawn, finally, fortunately for me, this is the first year that I'm actually not in the fires. They're happening a ways away from me. Yes, we're still seeing, a lot of the residual air quality and cloud covering. And that always happens when you get fires, but I'm not in it. I was in the last fires, the wolves. You remember when it was like the end of the world and there was like 7 different fires all merging on the same thing? Yeah, that was when I was. We had been living in our house for like 2 years and they were all coming in the same spot. I mean, we were about a quarter of a mile away from losing our house. Like, we were that close to the fires. So, not that I'm happy that other people are dealing with it, because it sucks no matter what, and there's no rhyme or reason to who gets burned down and who doesn't. It's literally an act of God. I'm happy that it's not on this side right now, because we get fires every 2 to 3 years. We get a major fire. You'd think they would do something about that, but they don't. Yeah, having phase definitely brings all of the crappier turntables, ones with bad tone arms, as Techniques typically have. It brings them all on the same page. So, yeah, I mean, I guess when you use the phase, it becomes irrelevant. When I pull out my records, I might have to do a record day. I haven't done a record day yet, but when I pull out my records, then that's when it shows. But yeah, with phases, they might as well be Rain 12s.
Es war 1780 und es war in Wien No Plastic Money in den Modebanken gegen ihn. Woher die Schulden kamen, war wohl jedermann bekannt. War ein Mann der Frauen, Frauen liebten seine...
I have no answer for that one, because Virtual DJ is honestly the most open when it comes to playing any type of music from anywhere on your computer. So is your music in a folder? Is your music in like an iTunes? Like, you need more information than just it's not playing. Can you drag music from your desktop into Virtual DJ and then it'll play from there, or is it just not playing at all? Like, there's a lot of questions. I don't know what that means. How was my wedding gig? I got tons of gigs. I didn't have one. Did I have one specific wedding gig? Let me know. DJ Twin Spin in the house. Make sure you follow DJ Twin Spin. No, it does not do video, I don't believe. In fact, the free version will work on your computer. It won't work on any controllers or turntables or mixers. I don't believe the video is on there, but I could definitely be wrong on there because I don't use the free version. Yeah, Twin Spin. The phases are very convenient pieces of equipment, and I wouldn't work any other way. But they got their flaws too, and you haven't experienced the why won't they turn on moment. You see, I'm old school, so I have to look at them with a different mentality because I've been through it all. But when they work, they're amazing. They're amazing when they work.
Listen, red light, yellow light, green light, go. There's a little woman in a one-man show. Mirror queen, mannequin, rhythm of a love. Sweet dreams, sangarine, Lucetta. You gotta squeeze a little more. Easy operator, come knocking on my door.
Maybe tomorrow I'll pull out Virtual DJ. I think we'll use Virtual DJ tomorrow on the stream because I haven't used it in a while and I want to see if their updates have improved some of the things. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
Down in London town to go. Oh, with the record selection and the mirror's reflection, I'm a dancing with myself. Oh, when there's no one else inside, in the crowd and lonely night. Well, I wait so long for my love vibration, and I'm dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. When there's nothing to lose and there's nothing to prove, I'm dancing with myself.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Twin Spin. Yeah, these are actually this is a new patch. Again, same thing. Bad batteries, had to send them back. I actually have an entire box of phases because I bought 2 boxes just to be on the safe side. So I have 2 of them. One of them I haven't even touched. It's just sitting in a box in the plastic wrap, just waiting to be used. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do.
'Cause it'll give me time to think. If I had a chance, I'd as a woman to dance, and I'll be dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. When there's nothing to lose, and there's nothing to prove, and I'm dancing with myself.
We were at a party. Here love fell in the day. Someone reached in and grabbed it. Was a rock lobster.
Yeah, I've only had basically 2. I've only had 2 real events. I do have a wedding on September 19th. I have no information on it yet. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I do have a wedding. We'll see. But everybody else, yeah, I from March on, I've probably had 200 clients move to 21 and 22. It's been good times. I mean, because here's the thing. I know for some people, maybe they do 1, 2 a weekend. We average 5 to 7 events every single weekend. So do the math. You know, you're talking 28, 30 events in March alone. So every month, 30 more events disappear, 30 more events disappear. So, but fortunately, at least they are moving them until 21. But it's going to be a whole different situation when we finally get there, because that's going to be crazy. I don't know what's going to happen at that point. We'll have a lot of videos. I know that much. We'll be doing a lot of videos.
We were at the beach. Everybody had matching towels. Somebody went under a dock, and there they saw a rock. It wasn't a rock. Was a rock lobster. Rock lobster. Rock lobster.
Rock Lobster is long.
When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff and
It's like 6 minutes long.
I'm high as a kite. I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like I glister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one.
I did a remix of this track
My sheet,
when I used to have a hip hop group. Maybe I'll play it for you right now.
at the end, starting to cry.
Let me know in the chat if you want me to play the song.
Like I glister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Body and beats, I stain my sheets. I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end. She is starting to cry. When I'm walking, stop, I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop.
Something tells me you want the faces.
Like I glister in the sun, let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one.
All right.
Yo, it's Paris in your area. We ain't scared of you, talking shit and we'll embarrass you. Where is it? But now when you're losing, move the crowd. When we do it now. Acting foolish, freak out to my music, that's right. I'm a star, this is LAR. We be eating MCs no matter who they are. I'm the coup de grace with this rap shit. Baby, I like it raw, like the old dirty bastard. Hold up the wall and I'll suck you in your nigga lips. Crazy like you're circling your ear with your fingertips. Get on the table and dance till you break it in. For your man is about to make you a fan, and for that I thank you. So let me see you losing it, baby, shaking it, bruising it, baby, seeing it, gluteus, and you wanna keep doing it, baby. I got the right flow, I'll make you go psycho. How rip till I might go out. Let me go.
have you drive me around and make you call me Hondo. I like fast women, fast cars, just like NASCAR. I like to move it, go wild like Madagascar. Grab your mic, it's time to rhyme. We will turn you out.
We don't mind, we on the grind, that's what it's all about.
Everybody go grab a hottie, listen to our sound.
It's a party, I'll mix Bacardi, it won't slow you down. Let me see you move it, don't you wanna do it? It's okay, abuse it, just listen to the music. Let me see you move it, don't you wanna do it? It's okay, abuse it,
Oh,
just listen
Paris
to
in the house.
Let me go.
In case you were wondering, the first verse, that's DJ Paris Paul right there. We used to be a group called Check 1 2. So he was my partner. 2 MCs. We had a band. It was dope. It was dope. I'll play more as we go on, but since I was just playing Twister in the Sun, you know, good idea. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Young Grief, thank you so much. Appreciate that. we reliving our youth on this thing. God, that feels like such a long time ago now. Now, as far as Weezer songs go, this is one of my favorites. I'm a huge Weezer fan. Just like I'm a huge Nirvana fan, I haven't done a grunge rock mix yet. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly. Wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. You, I never could do that which might hurt you. Try and be cool. When I say this way, the water's slide away from me. The takes it fuller every day. So be cool. Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. I'm having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for concepts in my mind. On my own, here we go.
Chaos Jones in the house. What's going on, man?
My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Right up and bulging down my skull. My mouth is dry. My face is numb. Fucked up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go. My mind is set on overdrive. The clock is laughing in my face. Crooked spine. My senses dulled. That's the point now.
AK-47 in the house. What's going on, fam?
On my own, here we go. My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Right up and bulging out my skull. My mouth is dry. Face is numb.
like, Goose, eject. You got to pull the cord for me. Eject, eject, eject. And then I did the mix, and it was like Goose's head in the top of the canopy. I want everybody to answer this question. Everybody answer this question. Thank you, Lady Beats. See, look, like I'm telling you right now, this is the reason that Lady Beats is so valuable to me. That question would have been like 20 minutes from now, I would have answered that question because I don't follow my chat. It's not that I don't follow my chat. There's just a lot of chat going, and I'm trying to like communicate with other people that have asked questions. I would not have answered that question for a while. And then he'd be like, damn, dog, you're kind of a dick. Like, you won't answer my questions. Like, I'm on here trying to support you, and this is how you are. Like, that's the kind of thing that would happen. But because of that, because of having the amazing Lady Beats as my moderator extraordinaire, she's taking care of me. Every time she's not here, I feel lost. And that's the God's honest truth. Like, I'm not trying to like lie and make her feel good. Like, it's real. Like, when she's not here, when she has to do her own life stuff, like, I'm like, damn, I gotta handle all this stuff. Like, this sucks. Like, I think I'm gonna give up on this. I'm done. I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. So, shout out to my girl Lady Beats. Shout out.
I knew he must have been about 17. He was strong, playing my favorite song, and I could tell it would be on.
Yeah, Lady Beats, ask for a raise. I can give you all that no money. I can give you an increase in your no money status. But look, just like me, Lady Beats does it for the love. She just loves to be involved, and I appreciate that. I respect that so much because it's not like I'm making any money doing this stuff. You know, this is just trying to create. Now, let's just spitball for a minute. Let's say that I push this forward, and then it actually turns into some radio station. Okay, Sirius. Even though I was talking trash about Sirius a minute ago, it's like, hey man, we really like you. We want you to do this. Or like, hey, we want you to do a podcast on blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to pay you. I would not hesitate to be like, hey, Lady Beats, I know you got your own career, but what do you think about joining me in this thing that we got going on here? Let's create this together. And now you're getting paid. You see what I'm saying? So it all has to start somewhere. And that's what we're doing here. We're starting somewhere. Because I'm going to tell you, the first video I ever did, there was no future path. Okay? Like, I just said, God, you know what? I'm tired of not being creative. It's time for me to be creative. Let me just make this video and see what happens. And then I made another video and another video. But there was no path. I didn't have like, okay, in 6 months, I'm going to have this. And in a year, I'm going to have this. There's nothing. So I'm literally just doing it because I love to do it. You get what I'm saying? So now, fast forward 3 years, and I can't believe it's only been 3 years, but fast forward 3 years, and now, you know, I'm known, you know, at least in the DJ community. I'm known, you know, I have people trying to get me involved in their stuff and sending me products and reviews and all of these things. And that's all because of the one day I said, you know what? I think I'm going to put this video up. That's it. That's the start right there. So, people look at this show and they're like, oh man, well, you know what? It's just a Twitch show. And it starts off as just a, and then it moves on from there. You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta start somewhere. It can't just be at the spot without working towards something. So that's what I do every single day. Huck Monkey in the house, what's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. DJ Laka Flocka in the house. What's going on, fam? Now I will say this though about Lady Beats, okay? As much as she's helping me online, I'm like, what are you doing? Get your ass on a stream. We got you. We got you. I don't care if you think you're the worst DJ on the stream. I guarantee you, I've seen some Twitch streams. There are worse people. I don't even know how you DJ, but right now I can tell you, there are worse people. So there's nothing to worry about. You got to get your feet wet somewhere. Get on the stream. If you need more music, whatever, just DM me. I got you. My son is playing music from folders that I've pre-made, and people are like, "Oh man, you're amazing!" It's like, yeah, because I put all the songs in the proper folders. See, you just have to pick a song that's in the right tempo. You're gonna do okay. So, but I'm okay with that because that's my son, and I'd be okay with that because you, Lady Beats, I'm gonna take care of you. El Connor's in the house. What's going on, fam? Hey, Lady Beats. The credit is all mine. I have created this man. Okay, I'm gonna take all the credit for my son being who my son is. You're gonna take all the credit for your son too. That's how life works. That's how we do things as fathers. So yeah, he's gonna be inspired and he's doing all this stuff on his own. But hey, he had a good bridge to handle to go over. That's my job. That's what they'd like you to believe. And you know what happens for dads? Look, this is reality, all right? This is what's going to happen. So my son is a semi-professional tap dancer and he's super super dope. But this is what's going to happen. Okay? Whatever he does in his life, at some point he's going to be recognized by the world. Like, here is your accomplishment for being this amazing whatever. And then he's going to get up on stage and he's going to be like, you know what? I have worked my butt off the entire time to try to create something special for you guys. Everything is amazing. I couldn't have done this without the love and support of my family. Thanks, Mom. Thank you so much. You are everything to me, and without you, I'd be nothing. Thank you and good night. Good night, everybody. Like, that's the real world that we live in. Right there. Right there. Oh, I didn't play Where Did We Go? I got to play the ending to this. as I hit the wrong key points. And we don't even get the big piece of chicken. If I didn't cook dinner, I don't think I'd get the big piece of chicken.
Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go now?
This riff breakdown right here, classic. Guns N' Roses was dope. As Chris Rock said, hey, Dad, thanks for all this light. Hey, Dad, thanks for this internet that I can play my video games on all day. Hey, Dad, thanks for the air conditioning when it's 115 degrees outside. Like, we never get that. We never get that. I mean, look, I don't even want a lot of things. You know what? I don't want a lot of things in life. Okay, I'm pretty low maintenance when it comes to things. For most things, I can handle it myself. Like, I'm the cook of the family. I want something that's good. I'll make it myself. You know, it's kind of like what was that? The Samuel L. Jackson Pulp Fiction, when Samuel L. Jackson and they're at the house and they're trying to get rid of the dead body that John Travolta just blew off the dude's head, and Samuel L. Jackson's like, "This is some good coffee. This isn't a regular bean. This is some gourmet shit." And he was like, "I know it's gourmet shit because I buy the gourmet shit because I want to taste it in my mouth." And I'm like, that's me. Like, if I want something to be a certain way, I got to do it myself. Now, this is also a fault of mine because I end up doing everything myself, and that can backfire on you too. So don't be so extreme. But I have very low thresholds for necessity, okay? So the only things I really need, like this morning, it'd be nice if, like, I could have a cold bottle of vitamin water. Like, when I go to the refrigerator and I take out a vitamin water, because I don't really do juice, I do a vitamin water before the show or during the show. I just want a cold bottle of vitamin water. Now, I go to the store, I buy like 20 of these bottles. Now, there's only one person that drinks these bottles besides me. That's my son. So yesterday, I went to the grocery store, bought 6 bottles, actually about 10 bottles. I put 5 bottles in the refrigerator. 5 bottles in the refrigerator. I get up this morning late, as you all know, open the refrigerator, no bottles in the refrigerator. Not one. The boy drank 5 of these things. Whatever happened to drinking water? So all I really want, if I can just get one of these in the morning that's cold, like, low expectations. Low expectations, people. It's not that hard. Just keep it low. People will disappoint you. There are so many lines. So many lines in Pulp Fiction.
Forget you, girl, when there is always something there to remind me.
That's easy. They've been working really, really good. I mean, for the most part, the phases are good. I probably have, on occasion, maybe 10% of the time, like I'll have an issue. It's never with the phases anymore. Like the only issue I have is every so often, yeah, I will put it in the battery bay and it still won't make a good contact or it won't charge properly, even though the lights are on. But it's weird because I'll put it on the charger sometimes and it'll give me that flashing red, like, oh, it's about to die, but then it's charging. So little things like that, but it's been really, really consistent now. Now I know that when I put it on the bay, it's pretty much going to turn itself off. When I'm using it, it's been consistent. I have no issues about it, honestly. It's much better with this update. I can't wait for HID mode. And somebody said I'm supposed to read the email that came out today, so now I have to read the email to see what's going on. I don't know what MIK is. Let me know what that is. Hey, speaking of Snapback, Ferris, am I doing Snapback tomorrow? Because I haven't gotten a picture or anything to post to promote, so let me know. I guess if I am, I'm ready to Snapback. If I'm not, I don't know. Every so often you live in a house and you're just like, I'm done with the people in this house. And it's funny because like they have said that quarantine has just shot up the divorce rate, and I can only imagine. You know, there's only so much time that you can spend with one person all the time. And like I said, I love my family, but every so often I'm like, get the hell out of here. Like, get out of my face. I need some me time. And that's not selfish to want me time. I don't want people to think that it's like you're not allowed to say, go somewhere else. I'm going to go into this room. I'm going to shut the door. Like even to, your kids or your wife, like, no, leave me alone. Now, I am very fortunate because I do have my own office, my own studio, so I can go in here, shut the door. They respect my privacy and everything that I do. So for the most part, they leave me alone unless my son comes in, which he normally does. Usually before this, he comes in. But you got to have space. If you don't have space, then you kind of lose your own self in the entire process. And if you're already on the rocks, like I can totally see quarantine literally breaking you up. But I've heard of people breaking up after like 3 months of marriage. Like, what's that about? Like, why'd you even get married? Like, that's a waste of money. If I was a parent, if I were a parent, and I actually have relatives that this has happened to, but if I were a parent and the kid was like, I want to get married, I love them, I would seriously question how long they've been together. If there's any real foundation there, like I would do all my due diligence. It's not even my relationship, but if I'm paying for it, it's my relationship. So if I paid for this entire thing and then 3 months later, my daughter's like, it's not working out, I'm leaving him. You better go to counseling. You at least have to like amortize the amount of money you've spent over the course of like a period. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, this wedding cost me $20,000. Now, if you get divorced right now, this wedding is going to hit me right now at $20,000 lost. So I have lost $6,500 every month that you guys have been married. Okay? So if you stay together, if you stay together for like another, I don't know, give me another year or two, then the cost kind of breaks down. It's like a car payment. It's like, do you want that 5-year, that 60-month car payment, or do you want that 72-month car payment? And you're like, damn, that 72-month sure looks appealing on paper, but damn, at the end of the life of this car, it's going to be worth $4, and I have spent $70,000 on this car. But I had a $30 a month car payment, and I was happy about that. So you got to be able to justify. You got to be able to stay together. And if you aren't getting married and you're not ready, don't get married. You know, marriage isn't going to change things. Marriage brings to light any problems that you had when you were boyfriend and girlfriend. Like right there. And any issues that maybe you thought, oh, you know what? These are cute. They don't really bother me. They're a little annoying, but they're so cute the way he does them. When you get married, those cute things, those are aggravations. And you want nothing to do with them. So if you don't like the way that person eats food or breathes, then you shouldn't marry that person. Or else, you know what's going to happen? You're going to be burning down the house. Wake Up in Cleveland, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m.-ish. MC2J Man in the house. What's going on, fam? Mixed in key. Okay. So I don't use mixed in key because this is always hard to say to people without coming off sounding like a dick. I don't use mixed in key because I can hear the key. You get what I'm saying? I can hear when a song sounds like it should be on and when a song doesn't sound like it should be on. Now, I play instruments. I've produced music. So I hear music in a way that has to come together or else I don't like it. Okay? So I don't do any of those mixing keys. I don't even have the key column up in my Serato. Any of them. I don't use it. You should be able to hear the pitch. You should be able to hear the key and it should make sense. So yeah, I don't know. That's just me, though. Chico DeLuna in the house. What's going on, fam? Oh, that is classic Ratbone. But that's when you know you're a good DJ. When she's like, you were so dope, I'm not even embarrassed that you see me do this twice. That's how dope you were. Gotcha, Paris. Gotcha. No, I do mix vinyl all the time. It's just, to be honest, the reason that I haven't been mixing vinyl is that I don't love these needles for mixing vinyl. I've been using the white labels because my M44.7s are finally dying and I need to buy new needles. That's the only reason. But I actually might do a vinyl thing. Vinyl takes a lot of time. And if you were worried about me playing whole songs now, like I'm definitely playing whole songs on vinyl. But maybe I'll do a vinyl set tomorrow. Maybe. Probably. I got to get everything together. Because, in all honesty, the only thing up here is old school records. That's the only thing up here. We're rating Snapback Live today. Now, as I said before to everybody else, I'm actually going to be on Snapback Live tomorrow. I'm going to try to arrange with Tweak Music Tips that I'll raid them at, say, about 11 o'clock. Then I can get set up, and then they will raid Snapback after the fact. So I'm working on that right now. XX7, good to see you, fam. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. They're like, oh no. And honestly, I probably would have gone off at 11:30 because I typically do, 2 hours of this. But when I start to bleed over until 11:30, there's nobody on to really raid at like 11 o'clock. So I typically wait till 12. Like, you can rate people at 11 and maybe they stay on for another hour. Maybe they're just getting on. But anything after that, and you might as well wait till 12. Yeah, lunchtime is the Cali thing. So 9 o'clock, that's why I did it at 9 o'clock. It was out of the way of everybody else, so I could just keep doing my thing. Now, see, this is interesting. See, I'm getting nothing but Twitch people commenting right now. Is YouTube even still on the air? See, no, it's down. YouTube is down. Now, as I said before, this is why we stay on Twitch. For this reason. And I'm pretty sure it looks like there are 20 other eyes on here that aren't being registered by Twitch, so maybe that's the Mixcloud people. So you see it working because it doesn't say it on here. If you're on YouTube, throw some comments in. Yeah, it's weird that Restream would stop working because it's literally, I mean, I'm restreaming right now, so that's weird. But the comments are no longer coming through. You can, Lewis, but you need to be using Restream. That's the key. or something that will restream it.
Well, my friends, the time has come. Raise the roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not that YouTube, look, again, I can't talk about YouTube. YouTube is literally my bread and butter. So YouTube is great for what it is, but when it comes to streaming, it's not it right now. And the funny thing is, if YouTube wanted to, they could legitimately destroy Twitch with just tweaking their live platform a little bit, because they have so many users on YouTube that it would be easy to do. But they choose not to. So Twitch stays alive and YouTube stays alive, and they both kind of stay in their own little sandboxes, and that's okay. Now, keep in mind, what's going to be interesting is, I mean, I have like 43 people on here, and the numbers is growing gradually to, hopefully, if I ever do become a partner, and that's the key. If I become a partner on Twitch, technically, I'm only supposed to stream to Twitch. I'm not supposed to stream to YouTube or any of those. Now, I can record it and do a replay, but I won't be able to stream concurrently. It's one or none. So that'll be really interesting when that happens to see, what I do. Because right now the numbers are building on Twitch, and I do appreciate that. And I'm sure, there's a number of people. I see my son's walking in here right now. What are you doing? Why don't you get the other one? There's another one of those. Would you like to say hi to the people before I sign off? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you know my son. That's Izzy Beats. Make sure you follow Isaiah Bowens _ on Twitch. He's DJing here once every 6 months. We haven't developed an actual consistent time, so it's like once in a while. Would you like to say hello? Come here. Just come wave. I'm going to bring my little girl in. Come here. Scoot over. Come here. Come here. This is little Eva. She's the 8-year-old. She's done. See how beautiful she is? That's why she runs the house. Right there. Full of attitude. Like, too much attitude. But she's cute. You don't have attitude? You do have attitude. You're right. That is Eva the Diva. All right, so we're going to be rating. Change that Twitch name. That's funny. We're going to be rating Snapback in just a second. Once again, thank you guys for hanging out with me every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. ish. We are on this channel. We do this. If you really want to know what kind of show this is, yeah, it's that kind of show. It's all of that. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out one more time. I will see everybody on Monday. What am I saying? It's Thursday. The dates are screwed up. I will see everybody tomorrow at 9 a.m. where I will be waking up. A couple of things that I have to talk about before we do this raid. Later on today at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I will be DJing at 3 o'clock today on my Twitch channel, only on my Twitch channel. So anybody that is on YouTube, head over to Twitch, follow me there. I will be DJing today from 3 to 5. Tomorrow, I will be DJing Snapback Live's channel, the one we're going to raid right now. I will be on there from 12 to 1. That should be super, super dope. We're going to have fun with that. I'm working on a dope set right now, so we'll see if that comes, if it turns out the way it is in my mind. That's at 12 p.m. So either we're staying on and we're raiding Snapback tomorrow, or we're raiding Tweak Music Tips, and then Tweak Music Tips will raid Snapback. And then we'll have fun. But make sure you're following me on all the social medias. I also have one more video, the video that most people have been asking for, 3 to 5 Pacific time. Correct. People have been asking for a comparison between the Rain 70, the S9, and the Reloop Elite. I have finally done that shootout. That should go up later on today, depending on time. If not today, it'll definitely go out tomorrow. Should be a good time. Hang out with me. Don't leave until we do this raid, because on Twitch, we support one another. That's the most important part of Twitch, is that we support one another. If you get there and it's not your vibe, although you're all DJs, I can't understand how old school wouldn't be your vibe. If it's not your vibe, then you can bounce. But when you get there, let everybody know where you're coming from. Post my emotes if you got them. Just tell them it's a raid. We have fun with it. And that's what we do. So we're going to start this raid in just a minute. Enjoy the music while I get this done.
Come on and sing my song all night long. Oh, all night long. Yes, all night long. Yeah, all night long. Yeah, once you get started, you can't sit down. Come join the fun, it's a merry-go-round. Everyone's dancing their trouble.
Okay, so before I start this raid, I just moved over to Mixcloud just to kind of see, what the vibe is. And let's see here. And the vibe. So for today, it looks like I only had 5 people streaming on Mixcloud. So, or streaming, 5 people checking out my stream on Mixcloud. So that right there becomes a questionable issue of why should I spend my time putting all this effort into Mixcloud if I've been streaming for 2 weeks straight now and only 5 people. Only 5 people. We're on Twitch. I get random people. People just pop up on here and check it out. So it's yeah. That's why we do Twitch. That's why we do Twitch.
Well, my friends, the time is
Oh shit. DJ Unique is on today. I had no idea. So that's definitely where we're going. DJ Unique is one of my homies, close personal friend of mine, and he is super, super dope. You're going to enjoy it. Let's start this raid.
Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party
YDJ in the house. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
forever.
We'll see you in a minute. We're going to head over there right now.
We're going to party rumble.
All right, y'all. Once again, thank you guys so much for hanging with me as always. Wake up in Cleveland every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m.-ish. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's start this raid. For everybody else that's on YouTube, it's on Mixcloud, thanks for hanging out. I'm telling you, though, the fam is on Twitch. So head over there. I'll see you tomorrow. Starting this raid.